What's up? Luca. Luca. He's a little camera shy. What's up, bud? What's up, guys? I am super excited because today my new bucket seats came. Here they are. Well, here's one of them. I already installed one of them, so I didn't have to like fiddle with it and stuff on camera. So I could figure out how it goes together and everything with the rails and the seat base and whatnot. So let me show you all the different stuff that I got. So I ended up going with the Sparco Evo Seat, which is the smallest one they make because I'm only 5'6". And then the Sparco seat base. And then the Sparco side mounts or rails or whatever you want to call them. I got one powder coated by Jar Customs in Vancouver, Washington. They did a really good job. It's the white pearl, so it matches the color on my car. And then the other little thing that I got is this little guy. It's a resistor for the airbag to turn off the airbag light. Since you are removing the factory airbags in the back of the seats. Anyways, I'm gonna put this one together and then we're gonna put it in the car and get it all adjusted and everything. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot. I also got the Sparco rails so that I can move it forwards and backwards so that when other people drive my car, they don't have any issues. The rails come with a little bit of hardware to attach them to the seats. The other one, the passenger seat that I already put on, I put it in the highest setting on these rails because I'm short and yeah, I need to run the seat at the highest setting. All of the Allen bolts for this install are 6mm hex, so that makes it easy. But I forgot to say, but the reason why I only powder coated one of the rails is because it's the outside rail. It's the one that faces the door, so it's the only one that you really see. You don't really see the inside rail at all. So I got this one powder coated and then one from the other set that I already installed in my car. So to install one seat, you'll need 2 of these bags of the seat hardware kit bottom mount. I just ordered everything off of Rally Sport Direct, but you need 2 of these, and then you'll end up with a bunch of these long bolts left over afterwards because you'll only use the short bolts. The other ones that you need will be a set of these seat hardware kit side mount, and you'll end up only using 1 bolt on here and 2 washers and a nut for the seat belt. So this rail kit is kind of funny. When you mount it up, you have to slide them, you know, backwards and forwards to be able to fit screws through them. So what I found helps the best is that if you mount up the rear side of it first to the side rails and then slide it around before mounting the front of it. So with the rail, the little silver piece will be on the inside. They'll both be facing each other because that's what the little bar attaches to in order to slide the seat back and forth. And then the side that faces the rail on the seat is the smaller side with these little, see if it'll focus, with these little raised holes, I guess. But it just goes right on there like so. On this inner track, you kind of have to bend the little bar thing in order to get it to work. So I'm using the shorter bolts from the bottom mount kit in order to mount the rails to mount the sliders to the rails. It gets confusing. And the rails are the side mounts. Makes it a little bit easier if you undo this little bolt right here and then flip the whole thing upwards in order to be able to fit your little hex wrench into there. So I have the sliders all mounted up. It just mounts up with 4 bolts. There's one of them, the other one is under there. Anyways, pretty easy to put on. Just kind of a pain to slide these things back and forth in order to get to those bolts. Next up is the seat base. Again, with the seat base, I'll be using the shorter bolts from the bottom mount kit of bolts. right, so there you have it, all put together. Got the rails and the seat base on there. And underneath you have the little tab. On that side we have the white one. Let's go put it in the car. All right, so I've gone ahead and removed the seat that was in there. It's pretty easy, it's just 4 bolts, bolt up to the ground, and then all of these clips. There are 4 clips that you have to undo. Always make sure you disconnect your battery before unplugging any airbag wires, because just a safety thing. You don't want it to go off in your face or anything like that. So yeah, that's always a good thing to do. I would definitely suggest doing this with one other person, because these seats are super heavy and really hard to get out of the car. And you could potentially scratch your car while taking them out. So what I've done is I put a little cloth here to protect my side skirt from getting scratched when I take these seats out. So anyways, we'll go over here. So here's the bottom of the seat. The only thing that needs to happen before putting the Sparco seat into the car is seatbelt connection needs to be transferred over. And what you need to do is you need to undo this wire, which connects up through here. And in order to get it out, you need a T47 Torque Star tool in order to lift this piece up to slide the little harness out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So in order to mount the seatbelt buckle up to the Sparco seat, I'm using one of the short bolts from the side mount kit with 2 washers go on either side. So I've gone ahead and mounted it up, and now we are almost ready to put it in the car. We just need to do the airbag resistor, and then we can throw the seat in the car. Yeah, and that's a good looking seat. So I've heard some mixed reviews about these little resistor guys. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. I got it off of Rally Sport Direct, and the reviews were kind of mixed. Some people said it worked, some people said it didn't. You can also use like a 3.3 ohm, I believe is what it is, resistor, and put it into where the airbag is. So let me show you. So let's get some light in here actually. So the airbag clip is the yellow one, and on the inside, let's see, you can see it, there's like 4 little pins, and essentially you're gonna put the resistor in the 2 middle ones, and then you tape it off with some electrical tape, and it should work. I don't know, I'll have to test it out. I don't really care if my airbag light is on, but you know, it's just kind of nice to not have another light. All right, so I just finished bolting everything up inside of the car, so let's take a look. Definitely looks really good with these nice white brackets. Matches the white of the paint pretty well. Looks pretty good. I'm using a flashlight right now because it's pretty dark in here, but tomorrow I'll get some better clips of the seats. One thing I did notice is that this bolstering piece is pretty close to the pillar right here. So when you slide the seat back, it actually hits and prevents you from sliding it back. This is the Evo 1 seat, so it's the smallest one that they make. I think the Evo 2 is actually a little bit narrower on the shoulder part, so you could probably get away with that if you have longer legs. But I have shorter legs, so you can see that I run it closer up than most people probably do. Overall, that was a pretty easy install. The only really thing that was difficult was lifting the super heavy stock seats out, or I guess the Forester seats. But yeah, these are super comfy, really snug, and they take corners really well. They look so good too. Just look at that. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. I'm trying to get this channel growing, so any help I can get is much appreciated. Later. Bye.